Hi Gemini, welcome to my channel Foolsjourn. My name is Simone and we're going to be doing your weekly reading, your collective reading for the Gemini, and I'm going to be incorporating tarot, oracle, and fortune decks. So let's begin, and we are going to start off. We have got the Page of Wands, the Nine of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. And your overall energy is the Tower. So let's begin the reading. All right, Gemini, you're starting off with the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands, as you know, the pages are kind of the apprentices in the deck, and they're the messengers. They're exuberant, they're excited to learn. They're making a lot of mistakes. Because they're apprentices. They're, apprenticing to the knights. So they're just enthusiastic, full of energy and life. And this Page of Wands is, all about inspiration and enthusiasm, and possibly starting a new project or moving in a new direction. Um, and they could also be a messenger of news too. So but they're positive, so that's a nice energy to begin this read with. And then you're moving on to the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is all about boundaries and conviction. This person has been through the ringer. You can tell that they've got the war wounds. Their clothes are tattered. They look exhausted, but they are not giving up for what they believe, or whether it's a project or belief. Um, it, they're any they're they're just full of conviction and passion, and they have boundaries. They're setting these wands up. They are not going to let anyone run over them. They are setting the wall. They're setting their boundaries, and they believe wholeheartedly in something very important in their lives, and they're not going to let anyone get in their way or take it away from them. So that's a very amazing, wonderful energy, just full of conviction, determination, um, you know, and not giving up, whether, through all the battles and the war wounds that they've suffered, they're not giving up. They're very, very determined in what they believe. So that is a fabulous energy for you as well. And what comes next is the Ace of Cups. The cups, are all about passion, love, intuition, joy, happiness, emotions. And, this cup is getting brought down. It looks like it's coming down from heaven. So it's a spiritual card, a spiritual gift for you. And this could signify, it could signify love or new relationship, or, creativity, like a bolt of creativity, um, you know, but it's positive. It means that good things are coming your way, and and this cup is overflowing, and there's water below it, so you can just constantly just keep replenishing this cup. It's full on overflowing abundance, sending you strong positive energy and vibrations for you. So great with that. So let's delve in a little bit deeper and just see what we've got here. Let's do a little clarification. So under the Page of Wands, we've got the Ace of Swords. Now the Ace of Swords, the swords are, all about our intellect, our communication, our mind. The sword suit is really about, being fair, using your words wisely, um, being ethical, being unbiased. And I always think of the Ace of Swords, this is amazing. You have two aces. This is another kind of a spirit card, because the sword looks like it's being handed down from heaven, or whatever your higher power is that you believe in. Um, it's handed to you. And I always think of it as, kind of a lightning bolt. It's bringing, because the swords also represents information too. So I think of it as a lightning bolt that hits your head, and it clears all the cobwebs and doubt and insecurities out. It just clears your head, and you can see clearly with a positive, clear head. and you know, with it devoid of all the emotion that kind of makes things messy. So you know, you're going to get a strike of clarity here that is going to help you, and that can maybe set you on your way with this Page of Cups, which is, you know, saying that something good is coming in. You've got the creative juices flowing, um, to get something new started and go in a new direction. And you've got that Ace of Swords, which is giving you that clarity. So that makes these cards work beautifully together. Moving on to the Nine of Wands, which was that card of conviction and holding your boundaries, and believing in something so strongly that you're going to do whatever you can to protect it and not let anyone run you down or get in your way. You have that because underneath is the Three of Swords, which is all about maybe heartbreak, loss, pain, suffering, betrayal, backstabbing. Something has hurt you, or some situation has hurt you, or a person has hurt you, um, or you read the situation wrong, which led to your, you know, you hurting yourself. But I always think of the Three of Swords as as like your coat of arms, like in British heraldry. You know, that says, kind of talks about what you've been through. These are your war wounds, and you wear them proudly. Um, and they every time something like this has happened, what happens? You get through it, and that's a big accomplishment, and it's like a trophy. You got through it, and it was hard, and you did it, and you should be proud of what you got through and that you made it through. So this is like your coat of arms. And guess what? These swords are in that heart cleanly. They there's no real wound here, and they can be lifted out. There's no even blood showing in this picture. It looks like it's a clean incision that can be easily removed and heal up with a barely any scar. So whatever you've been through, this time around, you are full of conviction. You're not going to let anyone dissuade you because you are passionate about what you believe. And uh, this, you've learned from this Three of Swords situation, and you're healing from it. And as far as your Ace of Cups, we've got the Nine of Cups. So you're just cup, cup, cup. This is all about your cup overflowing with passion, love, creativity. You know, you can constantly dip that cup back in the water. It's hovering over the ocean. So it's a constant abundance of coming in towards you. And it's also a spiritual card. It's a gift from above. And here what underneath is the Nine of Cups, which is all about, you know, what you put out in the world, it comes back to you tenfold. So putting something out, giving of yourself comes back, um, and brings you that abundance. And this person is happy and satiated. All his cups are full, and as you see, you know, your life will be full of joy and happiness. And you know, you love to be around other people in social events and attending parties and hostessing parties, and life is good, and you've got all the yummy stuff around you. So this is a beautiful reading. And you know, the overall energy, which was scary, is the Tower. But guess what? This heartache must have been the Tower moment, and you got through it, and now you're able, with your convictions, to rebuild, and you're going to rebuild stronger, and you're going to have boundaries this time, and you're going to use your brain with the Ace of Swords, and you're going to use your passion and emotion with the Ace of Cups to rebuild a strong foundation. And you've got the Page of Wands that's bringing you all that creativity, um, you know, uh, and excitement and enthusiasm to get you through. So this is fabulous. And guess what? Look what's coming after the Tower. The card right next to it, or underneath it, is the Four of Wands, which is all about foundation and walking through the door of a new foundation into the arms of happiness and love and joy and acceptance. Um, so you tore down this tower. And you've learned, you've put your boundaries up, and you are ready to go, because you've got now the Nine of Cups, and you have got the Four of Wands, and oh my gosh, and then the Ten of Cups is coming right after. This is amazing. So you've got the best cards basically in the spread. Look at this. Look at this. That is amazing. Look at all that yellow and sunshine. So what a fabulous read. And I hope you enjoy your day and slay your week. Come back and see me. Bye.